back. You're with us here on Leaders of Tomorrow Weekend Edition. We are bringing you this very special series called Eye on Dubai. It's time for this very special limited edition series that we're calling Eye on Dubai, chronicling the journey of the Dubai UAE region's most renowned entrepreneurs and bringing you some of the biggest voices from government talking about what really it means to do business in Dubai as we speak. In fact, we have Shruthi Rajendran, our reporter. She's joining us from on the ground there in Dubai to really give us a feel of how things are looking, business confidence, what the economy is looking like, what are businesses they're telling you. Shruthi, thanks so much for joining us for this very special chat here on the Leaders of Tomorrow. It's over to you. Just give us a sense of, what are businesses they're telling you. What's it like to be doing business? What's it like to be an entrepreneur in Dubai in today's market?
Hi Sunanda. Yes, business activity is on the rise in Dubai. Trade activities are resuming. Companies are gearing up for Expo 2020. Currently, I'm at the Dubai Chamber's headquarters. Now, this organization plays an active role in facilitating trade relations between Dubai and other countries. Earlier today, I caught up with Mr. Omar Khan. He's the Director of International Offices at Dubai Chamber, and he told me about how India-UAE relationship is on the rise. We're now joined by Mr. Omar Khan. He is the Director of International Offices at Dubai Chamber. Welcome.
Thank you.
So how strategic is the Indian market to the UAE, and how have bilateral trade relations evolved over the years?
Well, the Indian market and the Indian continent has been one of our largest and oldest trading partners. The relationship goes at least a century and more. It's hard to define how long it's been, but it's been growing, and we have a very strong Indian expat community. We have a lot of political alignment between the two sides and focusing on bilateral economic tie improvements. And there's a strong commitment between both sides to grow the market, and there's potential, and the proximity is extremely close. So again, India is currently our second largest trading partner with a trade value of $24 billion US. And I think there's a lot more potential considering the proximity, the cultural closeness between the two nations. And I think we're just rediscovering the new India.
What are some of the volume drivers between the two countries, and what synergies and bilateral opportunities do the two have?
Well, traditionally, India is a very large agricultural exporter, but over the past few decades, it has risen through the ranks, much like China, in very heavy industries, manufacturing, now electronics, and even more recently, of course, they are producing one of the largest number of unicorns in the world, startups, fintech, and technology. So again, in this kind of climate in the world post-COVID, these are very highly demanded types of companies to facilitate the interaction, the solutions to the world's problems. So again, there are very large industries in here, but the startups are the ones I think that will facilitate the connections between our two nations in the coming years. And especially Expo is a great platform to showcase the new India, the India that we are discovering through our activities.
It's interesting you mentioned startups, because why is Dubai focusing so much more on SMEs and startups now, and what incentives do they offer to help startups set up here?
Well, in terms of the ecosystem that Dubai provides, it is one of, if not the best, platforms for being a testing hub for startups, startup ideas, innovations, and bringing the best and brightest minds in the world. If you want to have a POC or proof of concept of an idea, this is one of the best places to do it. And once you do it, it's easy to showcase your success. And even you've seen many startups like InstaShop, which was procured for about $360 billion US after 6 years, I think, Kareem, and so on and so forth. So more and more people are flocking, and the Indian companies and startups should not be left out. And this is why we've engaged them. The Dubai Startup Hub is an initiative by Dubai Chamber, and we are the orientation counselors and guidance counselors for any incoming innovators from the world. And we've worked with them through the international offices to create the Dubai Tech Tour, where we had a physical roadshow planned, but due to COVID, we changed it virtually, but that did not change the impact. And we had, I think, for our first round, 187 startups join and participate and find investors. And we're looking forward now to the second round and third round as well, because we know with such a large economy, large population, there are many challenges, many friction points, and that causes a lot of creativity and innovation to kick into gear. And that's a lot that we can import here and then take out to the outer markets.
What role do Indian companies play in Dubai, and how do you plan on attracting more Indian companies to come here?
Well, as you know, we have the largest Indian expat community here. They're more local than Indian now. They have been here for decades, if not some close to a century. They're 3 to 4 generations in. They are part of the backbone of the business community. The Dubai Chamber has about 250,000 members. 38,000 of those are Indian origin or Indian investors. And so they play a very strong role. We have the Indian Business Professional Council as well, set up under the umbrella of Dubai Chamber of Commerce and Industry, and it boasts over 1,000 members as well. And so there's so much built into the fabric of Dubai and the UAE in terms of the participation of the Indian community. But that being said, as I said, they feel, when we talk to them, they feel more like locals than Emiratis in terms of how long they've been here, how they've interacted. And there is a new India that we are rediscovering through our initiation of our international office in Mumbai in 2018. We are meeting more and more companies. We've been able to help companies like Lenskart come, and they've announced an investment of $50 million in the Middle East. We've talked to Flipkart, we've talked to Milano and many other retailers and other manufacturers as well, to bring them in here, because we believe they can play a much stronger part, especially bridging the gap between India and Africa. Dubai can play a very strong role in that.
And finally, I just want to know what is being done to ease the trade relations between India and the UAE. What is being done to enhance this relationship?
The relationship has a lot of potential. Step one, I think, is, as I said, the rediscovery of India, the different hubs, the tier 1 cities, tier 2, tier 3, the regions, and find out what are the enablers. The second part of it, and which is why we have presence around the world, is to understand where the gaps are, where the challenges are. And Dubai Chamber engages on every level with our partner chambers, such as, of course, FICCI, with the Confederation of National Industries as well, CII, and many Startup Indias and other partners, amongst also the government, the embassies, and our partners, to ensure that whatever is causing any challenges is quickly acknowledged, understood, studied, and if possible, the barriers could be removed, because we see the potential, for example, in the agribusiness. It could be very, very accelerated if cold storage solutions are more available from farm to port in India. And so this is one of our strengths. So it's our job to showcase this challenge, highlight what are the restrictions, what's holding back the investment, and then bring in the cold storage supply chain investors and manufacturers into India. So again, we benefit from food security requirements as well through India. So there's a lot of potential, and I think it's going to accelerate as our nations and our people and our minds move closer together, and hopefully very strongly during Expo.
Thank you for your time, Omar. So as you just heard, UAE-India ties do look promising. Mr. Omar mentioned that Dubai is still attracting Indian businesses and startups, so Dubai remains in the global spotlight. Back to you in the studio, Sunanda.
All right, Shruthi, appreciate your time, and we're going to continue bringing you these high-level conversations as well as some of the most renowned entrepreneurs from that region on this series. Stay tuned for all of that action. For tonight, it's a wrap. If you have any feedback for us, our contact details are up on your screens as we speak. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.